Hello, this is our web app video presentation. We have created an event management web app, as you can see here. It's called Squad Management or Squad Events, and it is a pretty standard web app that helps user to create and join events. So let's first talk about the codes here. So we have two folders. One is the backend, the other is the front end. Backend is pretty standard MVC model. We have controller, we have database, we have middleware, we have models, routes, tests, and uploads are basically the folder where we can upload the images from within the app. So let's see here. For controller, we have two users and event controllers. It's a pretty standard controller JavaScript folder. We have JWT, Bcrypt, Crypto, Transporter, Multer, and yeah, it's pretty standard controller JavaScript database. It helps us connect with our database, which is PostgreSQL, and all of these details are inside of our env file. Then we have our middleware for JWT authentication. We have our models, event, and users, again pretty standard. So we have our route, event route, and user route. Some of them go through authentication middleware, some of these don't need it. So let's just take a look at some other things. So these are our test models. We have our mockup and our test inside of these. Now it's time to see. Oh, and we also have app.jss. This is basically our running app when we run our web app. We made it different with server and web app differently to make testing easier. Now let's look at our front end. So our front end is pretty standard as well. We have our assets. So these are our external assets we have used in our web app. We have used, so these three images are our images for hero section. Then we have our another font. This is an external font which we have used called Bodwars. And so these three are our main for the front end. We have authentication. So for authentication, every folder has two subfolders as page and style. Authentication mainly has login, registered, reset password. Private are the pages that we see once we log in, and public pages are the one which we can see without having to log in. And we have our env React app URLs to have seamless connection with our backend, so we don't have to write it repeatedly inside our code. So this is pretty much our front end. It's pretty standard, so let's just run it and see. So first of all, we are going to connect our backend. I'm going to show something over here. Backend npm start. So it says that use tables created or already exists. So let's take a look at our, yeah, it already exists. So if it didn't exist, then it would have created a table, but because it already exists, there is nothing to create. Server is running, environment development, API based URL, localhost API, it's again pretty standard. Now let's start our front end as well. Let me just make it ready. cd event squad management front end npm dev, and let's look at our. So here you can see this is our header. It has our logo, the one I said earlier, our external font Bodwar. This is it. So it's pretty standard. We have find events, create event, login, sign up. We cannot access these two without logging in because they have to go to an authentication middleware. We need a token, which we don't have at the moment. Let's take a look at it later. So this is our hero section. We have a carousel effect here, which changes images every 3.5 seconds. Browse by categories, pretty standard again. So these are the categories which we can use when we are creating our applications. So when we are creating our event. For example, what is the category of the event that you want to create? Right now, our find events near you is empty because we haven't created any events yet. Everything is fresh, new. And these are pretty much our footer. This is our mission, features, yeah, pretty standard stuff here. So now let's sign up. Full name, my email, gonna choose a picture, just password. So we need to have 6 characters for our password. So we're going to register it, and registered. Once registration is successful, it redirects you to the login page. Let's try registering by making something faulty. For example, let's put it's going to change something on my name. Let's just put Sid. Email, just gonna leave with 1 letter, choose file, just add some random. We're just gonna add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just gonna create 3. We're just gonna create 3. So password must be at least 6 characters. So there again, you're gonna log in. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a little bit different here. So it says passwords do not match. So yeah, we have to make sure everything is consistent. So let's go back to login. And so before logging, I want to show you something else. Let's go to our forget password. Let's go to this, send reset email. Password, reset email, send. Check your inbox. Okay, let's check my inbox. It's Gmail, and we're supposed to receive 2 minutes ago. Yeah, this one is it. So just press 1, new password. So as you can see, I'm putting in a different password this time. And reset. Now let's try it with our new password. Okay, and we're logged in. So this is our dashboard. It is pretty simple. We haven't really made it too extreme. It has simple UI and simple UX. It's easier for the user to understand and navigate. So let's just see. This is my profile picture. Let's go here, profile. I'm going to go edit profile, so I can change my image, I can change my name, I can change my email. So I'm just going to cancel this, and I'm just going to find event. So yeah, we don't have any upcoming events at the moment. We were going to have that soon. As you can see here, it's all 0, no past event, no upcoming event, 0 drafts. So let's create an event. So assignment, let's do 20th, do 7, type education, let's enterprise 20. So let's create event. It says event created successfully. So after a few seconds, it redirects you to our homepage. Oh, sorry, dashboard. As you can see, upcoming events 1. Let's view our events, and here we go. So we can also edit this event. Let's just change the assignments. Let's college. Let's just change it to school. Save changes. Event updated successfully. Again, after a few seconds. So assignments, school. So we can also delete it. Delete anyways. Yep, we deleted it. But we're gonna need to have a few so we can see how it works in other settings as well. So let's go assignments again. 21. So it's gonna be some random time. College. Gaming. And studying. Price 20. Create event. Okay, we're gonna create next event. Let's call it debate. And again, we're just gonna put some random date and time for this. Here, organizer's name, yeah, Adam. Location, cafe. By the way, we can write here pretty much anything. It was already preloaded, so I wrote cafe. Well, let's just write something else. Let's just write hotel. Type politics. Okay, let's just say politics. Debate about politics. Entry fee, let's just put 10. So we've created it successfully. We have 2 events, view all events. So now we're just going to log out. So this is from our user side. We can go to back and see that the events which we just created appears on the home page. Okay, now we are going to go to our backend and we are going to create our admin. So here is our create admin. So we're just gonna write here node create admin, enter, and our admin has been created. So let's restart our server. Okay, and now we are going to log in our admin. As you can see here, this is our email. Our password's right over here. So we're gonna log in. And you can see we have 2 total events, 2 upcoming events, and we have our total revenue is this. That's added 20 and 10 from the 2 events. So as admin, we can also moderate these events. So say some events are not on par, or they are illicit, they're illegal, we could just straight up delete them, or we could edit some others as well. So let's say you cannot have this kind of a debate here, so we're just going to change it to something else. Let's just write field, and we're going to save it, and we save successfully. We go back to dashboard. You can see that since we've deleted an event, so we only have 1 total event, 1 upcoming event, and total revenue is 20. So this is pretty much clear cut here. We have a simple UI UX experience. This is the dashboard, total events, upcoming, total revenue, our events. As you can see, this is it. You can see who the organizer is, the location, and we can just log out. And since we deleted one, another one has disappeared. And this is pretty much a simple explanation of how this web app works. Now let's just take a look at PG admin one time. Let's run it. As you can see, we have 1 admin, we have 1 user, and the main important part, as I've said, is this. Since it's false, it goes to user. Since it's true, it goes to admin. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask us. Thank you.